The Cave Kraken is one of my favorite bosses I've been able to kill here recently. It's level 291 and requires 87 Slayer to kill. Most of your high level Slayer masters can assign you a Cave Kraken task. Duradel, however, can assign you 100 to 120 and it's also extendable. The Kraken itself has really good average loot. Its three main drops that you're going to want to go for are the Tentacle, the Trident, and of course the Pet. Now this is the best in slot gear for the Kraken, but most of us, including myself, are not going to be able to afford this. So for that matter, I will leave it in here for those of you who can, and the rest of us can move on to see my bank setup. So at this point, I'd go ahead and recommend that you go ahead and pause this and take a quick look. If you're not sure, I'll go ahead and note out some of the kind of obscure items there. That item in the top right is the Twisted Buckler. The ring I'm using is the Ring of Suffering. The bracelet is the Tormented Bracelet, and the last little purple item is the Imbued Heart. Something I also didn't mention is the other bracelet I had there, the white one with the little jewel on top. That is a bracelet of Slaughter that you can see there. It says 20, and I bring one of those to extend my Kraken task just because I really like this boss. From there, you're going to type in the code AKQ on your fairy ring. This is probably the fastest way to get to the Kraken caves. If you know where we are here, this is kind of the hunter area, also where you can go north of here and you can do monkfish. From here, you're just going to keep on running west, and it's a very short distance until you reach the caves. Now, some people like to do an instance Kraken, and that costs 25k. I did that whenever I was starting out, but now I just hop worlds until I find one that's actually empty, and usually people will hop. I've never had someone crash me while I was at the Kraken. I'm not even really sure how that's possible just because of the mechanics of the Kraken. So once you're here, if you do want to do an instance, you can right click on the little crack, and that's how you actually set the instance, and it'll actually take the money directly out of your bank, so you don't need to actually bring money to here. So the first thing you're going to see is these 4 pulls. I'm going to go ahead and use my Imbued Heart and the Preserve Prayer. You could just bring a regular prayer potion just to keep up on that. But anyway, to get started, you want to use the Magic Short Bow, and you can go ahead and attack all of those tentacles, and that'll get them started up. And then you want to switch to your Trident and actually start attacking the Kraken. And that's really all there is to it. There's nothing crazy that will happen. There's no weird special attack. Now, I will say the Kraken can hit up to like a 25 on you. It doesn't happen often, especially if you're wearing good magic defensive armor. It can happen. The Kraken does drop a lot of sharks, and that's going to be your friend. And if you are in an instance, the sharks will last longer on the ground. Otherwise, you're going to have to keep dropping them over and over if you're just in a regular world, which is okay with me. I usually get plenty of kills. I've done well over 50 kills in one trip. Now, don't do like I did here, but the blowpipe is kind of overkill. It's just an extra way to heal if you happen to have one laying around in the bank. Use it on the tentacle, make sure you put it on long range, otherwise this will happen and you'll get pulled over to the side. Honestly, I did most of my kills here without the Imbued Heart and without the blowpipe. It makes switching a lot less, I don't know, it's just less quick intensive, and honestly you get a bunch of different drops from the Kraken, and they're usually notable or stackable runes or whatever. So the Kraken is a really chill boss, guys. It's really easy. It's just a very AFK boss. It's something you can do on mobile, so I definitely recommend it, and I definitely recommend go ahead and extending that if you haven't already. I think that's 100 points. If you look at the top left, the only other thing I haven't mentioned here is when the Kraken gets down to about 40 HP, I go ahead and switch to the Bracelet of Slaughter. That way I can try to get those extra kills in there and maybe have a chance of getting that pet. That's going to be all, guys. Good luck on getting your Kraken pet. Good luck on getting those drops. If you haven't already, please give the video a thumbs up. I'd seriously appreciate it. And subscribe to the channel. Check out my series on maxing. It's taking forever, but I'm getting there slowly but surely. Take care, guys.